Yo, what up, people? It's your friendly neighborhood shooter broadcast. You live again. We are at the Union Podcast. I'm your friendly neighborhood host, Don. This is Reese, Pack, Isaiah, and Beta. Right now, we coming to you live during the Bears game. I think some of y'all fuck with us enough. You know what I'm saying?
I know you do.
I know you do. But let's talk Ye. We're talking Ye today. You know what I'm saying?
Ye is trending.
He's been trending, you know what I'm saying? He even got kicked off the drinking champs or something like that. Kicked off Balenciaga. It's crazy, man. What's
dropped
going
from
on?
Def Jam today?
He got dropped from Def Jam?
Not really. You know,
So it's not a total loss.
no his last he did his last album for Def with Donda in 2021, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was his last album for Def Jam. Yeah, so
Okay.
it's not true that
they
they
dropping
kicked
him, you know what
They
I'm saying?
dropped him, but you know,
They don't need them.
all intents and purposes to make it look like they doing what they need to do.
Of course.
Fuck out of here, Def Jam.
I don't know.
Can't say what I want to say.
What well, we know you the major.
They're gonna
Ye
sign
fan.
Jack Harlow.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What up, V?
They gonna sound Jack Harlow. What that damn song that Jack Harlow got? All the women be singing on TikTok, but I don't know. Isaiah, you know, you 30, man. You know all that shit. You got a Jack Harlow album playing in your car right now.
Hey, dude, it's on the playlist.
Nah, man, I ain't Jack Harlow by any means. You know what I mean? Ain't no disrespect to Jack Harlow though, but
Disrespect to Jack Harlow for me.
Okay.
I don't know.
That's
I
fine.
got a new American Horror Story.
Yeah. New York.
Thank you guys. We are still trying to get a little bit set up over here, and you know,
Yeah.
sorry for the
V is
early-
on. V is watching us. You know
We
what I'm
good,
saying?
all right? What's
I
up,
fuck with
V?
Yeah,
What up,
You know
V?
I'm saying?
yeah, I can't even find. my
Like I
line.
say, we talking Ye today. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Easy.
where do we want to start? Did he run for president?
Whew.
2024.
Oh yeah, he said he's running for president.
He going back?
What you say?
He a shoo
the
in
birthday
now.
party. Y'all know he the birthday party.
Oh
Right?
my God.
Yay, the
Yeah.
birthday party.
I mean,
So this is my take on Ye. Like, still love his music, still love his creativity. Don't really care about nothing else. But when we talk like, you know, his relationships with like Kim or the other girl, Amber Rose, personally, I just never rocked with the fact that he kind of went for the pastel version. You know what I'm saying? Like, I felt like it was other good black women that he
Amber
could have
Rose
dated.
black?
Is she?
No, she not black.
She kind
What
of
is she?
washed.
She's
Latin. She from Philly. That's how
She got
that's how
something.
we
in
know
her.
she's from Philly.
She from Philly.
Nah, I know
I don't
Kanye
know.
and
I don't
Kanye
know.
and Wiz.
You
That-
ain't-
probably have to look that
that's
up.
not black.
Kanye and Wiz ain't the only black that's been in her. She got a little black in her.
Just because you got
One
black
drop
in
rule.
you,
One drop rule.
Sorry,
One
Amber.
drop rule.
V said
I thought
he
your hair was
got her
nappy.
vote.
You slut shaming her. Don't you know that's a thing? Slut shaming. That's
That the Kardashians. Nah,
Yeah, that was my only thing
that's a
with him.
fucking
You know what
covenant.
I'm saying? Outside of, I don't know. I personally, I feel like, you know, you left us to go over there, and now you're dealing with some more over there energy. So, you know, you got what you was looking for. That's what I think.
Ooh,
I do remember him promising Mr. Randy he was going to marry a daughter.
Yeah.
you stole my thunder. I was about to say, you know, he went back and said he apologized to Sway. Now he got to go back to Mr. Rainey too.
Man, he did her wrong.
Yeah.
yeah, but I mean, Kanye West. You know, he has a large platform. Shit is, and the crazy part, he on a damn platform by his damn self. But I mean, a lot of things that Kanye says and things that he says in the past, to me, I feel like he is an artist, you know, and you have to kind of like read in between the lines when artists express themselves, just like Picasso or any other, you know, Beethoven, anybody else that, you know, were very creative in their artistry. But
Beethoven was deaf, so he couldn't sing.
What the? How did he know what he was?
but he
making,
is
He was brilliant. He was a genius.
Yeah, to me he is. He's brilliant in his own way. But it's just certain things that, you know, when he says it, and I think he recognizes it later, because he'll retract some things that he says. You know what I'm saying? It just feels like he doesn't know how to express himself. What did you call it, Pat?
I was calling him neurodivergent.
Neurodivergent. That's what you said.
Yes,
Man.
neurodivergent.
Don, what does
He
that
just
mean?
he just sprung this on me today, and I'm like, dang, don't know who's doing that shit.
His nerves are virgin.
His nerves are
His nerves never had sex.
Right.
Exactly.
Got me on that one.
You ain't got the answers, Don.
Hey, I was using real words.
But we were just having a discussion on some of the things that he said and about the George Floyd and the knee on the neck, and that's not what he
Wait, what did he say?
said, that that's not what caused the death. He's saying that it was like basically like a drug overdose.
Why was
his knee
this was
wasn't on his
recent?
neck like
Or
that.
this was during that time?
This was recent.
That was recent.
This is
Oh my
recently.
God.
Well, when George Floyd that happened, Kanye was the first one to kind of act out as celebrity, donating $2 million.
$2 million to the
family.
daughter. Yeah,
I
Yeah, but
I do remember that, but like
doesn't-
now,
that
like,
doesn't
why
mean-
would you
that
speak
that,
on that?
that means anything? That doesn't mean anything.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
It doesn't. Well, that's a social impact.
It
That's a
does
social
show
impact.
that
yeah,
your actions are speaking louder than your words.
yeah,
I guess if
I
you
mean,
say that,
yeah. It's a social
or-
impact, no matter what.
or it just him looking like in the media attention, because you can't feel bad for a family and then say something about the deceased person later on down the line. That's not how it works. You
Why
can't.
not?
I mean,
You can't go off and say, "Oh, I feel bad this happened to your father. Hey, take this money. I want you to do better in life," and then turn around and say, "Oh, well, he really didn't die from that. He really died because he was a drug addict."
Why not?
So why are you making that?
Why can't you?
Why are you making that mutually exclusive though?
Huh?
Why are you making that mutually exclusive? So he can't feel bad for the death, but he cannot question the death. Is what you're saying?
Yes, exactly. If he can't go against what the findings the findings and the jury has already found the police
Mhm.
officer guilty.
Mhm.
Why are you digging it up and contradicting or going against what the findings that they that came out on
So
his
what was
behalf, right?
What was the findings? What the jury said? It was
He was-
excessive force.
He
Right?
was guilty, right?
Guilty for the
Mhm.
excessive force, right?
Yes.
That can still be debated of the cause of death, right? You can still debate the cause of death in that space, right?
You could debate the cause of death, but you can't clearly say that it wasn't, is what I'm saying. Now you can say
You
that
say you
That's still a
you can't
debate.
clearly
Yeah.
say that
That's
it
a
wasn't.
debate.
If that's
though.
your opinion,
That's a debate.
Yeah, that goes
it's-
both ways though.
It's
That's your
but that-
opinion. I
yeah,
could
but
give
that's
you $1
not what
million
he.
and
That's
still
not
say,
what he
"Nah."
said. He didn't say I think. I think that.
Hmm.
I don't think that the.
It's
You know what I'm saying?
If
What
you
he said
speaking, then
was
it's your opinion. You
his,
can't.
his knee on his neck like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? You can't have an opinion without stating that this is what I think, instead of saying that this is what it is. Because the statement that he made was like, this is what it is. Like, he really didn't have his knee on his neck like that. You know what I'm saying? That he was already high off, fentanyl, over the dose, over the legal limit, whatever the case may be. And that probably was the contribution to his death. You know what I'm saying? That may have been a contribution to an overdose, but an overdose is not death.
All right. True.
So therefore, you can't even if he's high and he's having breathing problems, right? And if you obstruct, him breathing, then you are at fault for his death.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're at fault for his death. So especially after he warned you and told you, like, hey, I can't breathe. I'm having trouble
Mhm.
breathing. You know what I'm saying? Things of that nature. Even the police officer tried to get the man off of him, and he
Right.
didn't get off of it. His own police officer tried to get him off of him.
Mhm.
He didn't get off.
Oh,
man,
no, yeah.
That man got fired too. So
But that's relevant to the pack too. But what I'm saying is, if your own officer tried to get you off of the guy and you refuse to get off of the guy, then maybe it was the knee. Maybe it was a knee.
Oh yeah.
Because everybody else see it, but
I'm personally
I'm not
objecting to that,
disagreeing
but,
with-
you know what I mean?
I am disagreeing with Kanye, but I'm respecting his opinion. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's his opinion. If he feel like, reading the autopsy report and going off
that's boo-boo, Reed.
the
he can
what
respect
was it,
his
the
opinion.
documentary.
That's boo-boo.
You
He
know what
can
I'm
respect
saying?
his opinion.
I'm respecting the man's opinion.
That's
I
boo-boo.
respect
Why? He
the man's
paid $2
opinion off a lot of
million,
things.
huh?
That don't mean I agree with it, because I
Yeah.
don't. You know what
For
I'm
me,
saying?
for me.
So white people said that they were glad that we were slaves, and you know what I'm saying, that you know it was a betterment for the country. That's his opinion, but you know that's boo-boo.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, of course.
of course.
So how you can
know
respect,
it's
so
bullshit.
how do you respect their opinion? How do you respect somebody's opinion that you know is
No,
it's trash? You
let's-
can't respect that.
let's
It's not-
let's go back on that question about the slavery thing.
Yeah.
So if you think if a white person come out and say, "Hey, we understand how slavery was important to the economy in the South during that time," how can that opinion be boo-boo? Because it was.
but that's not. That
the
is
heinous act of how they got to be reaching that economy was fucking trash.
Mm-hmm.
But if a person acknowledges, say, "Hey, for the South to thrive and be in the space they is to be reached, slavery was important during that time," then they don't mean they condone slavery.
slavery. I mean, things could have still been done without slavery back then. You know what I'm saying? So slavery wasn't
course.
needed. If you paid those people a regular job with a paycheck like he was doing to white people,
Mhm.
things would have still got done
No,
the
it
same way.
wouldn't.
No, it wouldn't.
No, it wouldn't have.
No, it
Why
wouldn't.
wouldn't
No,
have?
what? That's how the Civil War came about. You know what I'm saying? Because you see how everybody praise Abraham Lincoln, right? Because
Civil War,
The-
go ahead.
they praise Abraham Lincoln, right? They felt like he freed slaves, but he had no choice because the North and the South, the North was taking
you're not
off.
hearing me though. What I'm saying is slavery never existed.
Mm.
Everybody was on the equal playing field, and you had to build the economy. Everything would work just fine. If you
How?
had
They
to-
didn't know
I mean,
how to do it.
Look at
What you mean they didn't know how to
They
do
didn't know how to do it.
white
So-
people was lazy.
Yeah, they didn't know how to do it. The
They was
Africans knew how to do it.
Okay.
They were already doing it.
You're not hearing me. That's
I
what
hear
I'm
you
saying.
though, Reed. I hear you though,
if,
baby.
if white person and black person was equal on equal playing fields,
Well, you just
You know,
saying if
no,
they
but-
never been on equal.
but,
playing
but
field.
that's what I'm saying.
No, let
he's
me
saying,
get ideas like
he's
this.
saying
Look at
that
it like this.
he's saying that slavery was important
Mhm.
to the economy or to the development of America down
Mhm.
south or whatever.
Right.
What I'm saying is, it wasn't. It didn't have to be that way.
Oh,
it
right,
was
right,
that
right,
way
right. Okay, I see what you're saying.
because
Right.
we were forced to be that
Mhm,
way.
I got you.
But if everybody was able to, you know what I'm saying?
But
Mhm.
but look at it like this. With the opinion you giving, look at it like this. We all free today, right?
Mhm.
Do people want to work? And they're getting paid equal wages.
They not
Exactly.
getting paid.
But they getting paid. They
not
getting paid though, right?
They
But
get
do they
paid.
want to work?
Yeah, but it's so much
It's the
back.
same,
yeah,
though.
but that still go to the same point. It's still
I'm
residue
paying you to
left
do the
from
work, but you
slavery.
don't want to do the work.
No, it's still residue
what's the
left from
difference?
slavery. So it's still like problems that
Mhm.
people are still dealing with. That
But now
just racism.
layering it to extra stuff.
No,
You
I'm
can-
not. Though is what I'm saying is what I'm saying. If slavery never existed, if racism never existed, everybody was on an equal playing field.
We
For us to-
we
for-
have
for
18
us-
continents.
For us to
18 fucking states.
for us
That's
to
it.
progress, we would have to come together and
That's
start
right.
figuring stuff out.
Right.
Right.
What I'm saying is, so that's what I'm saying. So it's not
Mhm.
like we had to be slaves.
I ain't saying that
No,
either.
hell no.
I'm not saying that either. But
No.
I'm saying, even though then it's like, yeah, it got done that way. But it's like still, even though it got done that way, now you're getting paid. Now you're getting a almost fair, if just a slight chance, and you still don't want to do it. You still don't want to take the chance to work.
And now what I was
I don't
introducing.
agree with
No,
that
yeah, I
either.
think
No,
I think
I'm
you're
just saying.
misinterpreting.
I
I think
think
you're
you misinterpret.
understanding what Pac-Man was asking.
No, what I was asking is,
Mhm.
is about the type of the question. If they don't condone slavery,
Mm.
but they acknowledge that the importance of slavery to the Southern economy, because white people didn't know how to grow tobacco.
All right.
White people
Mhm.
didn't know how to grow rice.
Yeah, I got you.
Correct.
I got
White
you.
people didn't know how to pick cotton.
I got you.
So and you think of those and y'all know I'm against slavery. Y'all know I hate that shit.
Mhm.
And you look at it and stuff like these types of things that was created with the fabrics from cotton, the rice industry,
Yep.
Mhm.
all these things led into the Industrial Revolution as well. And they still use those slave powers to, build railroads and expand west.
Mhm.
That's when they say that's why important these people hold on inherently to slavery. I don't condone it. I don't think it's right. I think we can thrive, but would the United States expanded as much as they have if slavery didn't?
Nowhere near.
No.
They wouldn't have. They wouldn't have. And I hate to say that. And I don't want to be on here fucking some Sambo ass.
And I completely disagree
Yeah,
with any
yeah.
forms of slavery.
And this
Yeah,
this
and
is
I'm-
when we talking. This is when he said it was a choice. When Ye said it was a choice.
No, that's a totally different thing
we
about
just
slavery.
using my
We talk about
interpretation of like
the question of
yeah.
the questions being doo-doo. That's like he's saying like I respect his opinion on it.
Mhm.
I'm not gonna condone what Kanye said,
Right.
and I don't want to support
Mhm.
that thought or that rhetoric that
Yeah,
Not at all.
how fucking George Floyd died.
man.
It was anything else besides the excessive force of that police
Exactly,
officer.
because that's what it is. That's what
That's what it
happened.
was.
Yep.
Yes.
I get what you're saying. It's how you say it, but you got to be able to respect somebody else's thought process about it. And everybody running around here like that's hurting
One-
everybody around here because he said that, and that was a legal debated thing for 2 years
Okay.
about the drug use in the
Now,
system.
now
And
this is
how-
where we as everybody get confused. Yeah, he can be respected for his opinion, but he also could be criticized. You can't.
Oh,
he
yeah.
can.
yeah. So
we
we are
criticizing him now.
criticizing
We,
him.
we
Right.
criticize
So,
we
so
critique
people
him
are
now.
people are
No,
disagreeing
it's
with
a
him.
difference between criticizing and writing him off.
Yeah.
and
Like they're
condemning him.
writing him off.
Who writing them off?
Did
Oh,
Twitter
man,
cut him
what
off?
Social media is killing this man.
Not 'cause of
Social
George Floyd,
media
though.
is
No. I mean,
Come
Twitter,
on, man.
Twitter cut him off because of something else he said though.
Yeah, but let's get to the real
But-
meat. I don't even
Come
think
on,
the
man.
George Floyd thing is
That-
the biggest thing that's plaguing Kanye West now.
Nah,
They're just
don't
going to
say
have a
that.
small segment of black people that's really upset. Because a lot of these black people wasn't even that upset when Floyd died anyway. They were just pretty much in that movement thinking it was going to do a paradigm shift and put blacks in a different space, and they haven't yet. And I'm pissed off about that in myself. The real thing is about what Kanye said and how he's getting canceled and how these other races have more power than black people.
Oh,
Like we piss and moan about the George Floyd.
What are
shit.
we arguing about? We know that already.
Yeah.
Like I'm not disagreeing with that.
Mhm.
I don't disagree with that. I don't disagree with some of the points that Kanye make. You know what I'm saying? And I don't really even think people. I don't really think people are writing Kanye off. We are just upset with the way he articulated himself. That's what I think most people are like, bro, we just every time we look up, he's saying some wild stuff in the media. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, like if you're trying to get a point across and you're trying to be heard, you know what I'm saying? You have to play the game a little bit to get what you have to get out.
but that's
Exactly.
That's what he doesn't want to do, though.
But he has to,
Why do we have to, Vader?
because you deal with things of this nature. We all don't think the same. We all don't think the same. And Kanye
black
can't.
people are not monoliths. You're right.
We all don't think the same, and he's trying to speak for a mass. He's trying to speak for our group of people, and which I appreciate. We need as much representation as we can.
But I
As we
don't
can
think
get.
he was speaking for everybody when he was saying.
I
this.
do think he speaks
You
for
do?
everybody. That's my.
I don't
personal
think so.
opinion. I think he.
I
Speaks,
think he was just.
speaks
I think
for
he
us.
was just speaking his opinion.
I think
he speaks for us.
Yeah, I think he go in and out. In
I'm talking
and
about-
out for
I'm talking
himself
about
and
this
for black
specific-
people.
Specific thing.
This specific situation, was he speaking for all of us or was he speaking for himself?
Which one you talking about? If we
The
talk about
George
the George
Floyd.
Floyd thing, then he's speaking for himself on that.
I feel
Yeah.
like he was
Yeah,
speaking
let's
for
throw that
all
out the
of us.
window.
Yeah.
But what else he was speaking? He's speaking for the masses.
Oh,
What
yeah.
about the Jews?
No, I think he was speaking for everybody.
He was speaking to everybody. How you feel about that?
I agree with B on that one. I think he
because-
was speaking for everybody.
Because look at how everything operate and why he's pissed off and what the things he wanted to stop. He wanna have ownership and everything. He want to be able to break these barriers because black people do have a glass ceiling and nobody want to talk about it. Nobody want to talk about it. We starve for leaders, right?
Yep.
We don't have no leaders. He's not the right leader to step
Oh,
up.
not at all.
Not at
Yeah,
all.
nah.
But he is creating that catalyst for other people to kind of step up
Mhm.
and kind of to try to support him. But it's scary in a sense because so much power that the Jews have, so much power that LGBT community have. Excuse me. That when he speak out about it, that's why he's speaking in such authority, talking about something. You can kill me. I'm ready to die for this, but it's not the right message.
Nah,
It's not the right message.
at all.
I get what he's saying, but it's just like
That's
man,
what's gonna fucking happen. You keep talking.
yeah.
And that's the
Yeah.
point. And that's what people are
Maybe-
get. And this is why Diddy, Jay-Z, all these people are trying to get his things taken down because they know the ramifications behind what he's saying. Kanye don't, or Kanye don't care, right?
He don't care.
He don't care, right? But they know the ramification that come behind it.
But
They
the thing about it is
what it is.
that we need leaders like that then though, right? We need the people that's willing to die for. Martin,
and
Malcolm,
that's-
they were willing to die, you know what I'm saying, to make sure that we get whatever
Okay.
we are.
Martin
That's-
Luther
that's
2.0.
So if you're willing to die
Martin
for it,
Luther
do you think
2.0.
that I would just sit by and watch you die? If me being your boy, you think Pac would sit
Wait,
there and just
who
watch
did
you?
something for him? Who did
They were trying to take down his interviews
who?
and Diddy, Jay-Z, you know, going to say telling Nori and them to start.
They was
taking
doing that
down
for
the-
him, you think?
They was doing. Of course, they were doing it.
I don't think so.
Who else
Yeah,
were
I
they
think
doing
they
it for?
was
No,
trying to look out
Who
for
they
it.
were doing it for?
Yeah,
I think
they
they
said.
was looking out for it.
Guess what? Nori had
Who were
what?
they doing it for?
35 million
Business.
views
Outside of
in an
Exactly.
hour.
It's just
35 million views in an
Yeah.
hour before he took it down.
Yep.
And Revolt is made by like Jewish people.
We
So
ain't-
I'm not
we
taking.
ain't
I'm
getting
What
not,
I'm saying is, what I'm saying is,
somebody said y'all think he's fighting the Illuminati.
I don't know.
No,
I don't believe in
Illuminati.
Illuminati.
Yeah. I don't know
I
what
think
Illuminati-
I think it's a group of people
He
that
said it ain't
control
them.
things,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I think it's just Illuminati is just a name. It's just a name, but it is a
Secret
segment
society.
of people. That, yeah,
for sure,
it's
secret
outside
society,
of
for sure. But
Jay-Z a part of it.
it. More than
no,
likely,
they
More
not
than
letting
likely.
them. They not letting them people in.
It ain't no such thing as boule. No boule.
people in, man. Stop.
So V said, I think bipolar disorder is a huge key
Yeah.
factor in his words and actions. We can't forget that he is not self-time.
I agree, V.
I don't see this is the thing that I said about fighting with the mental health thing.
Mhm.
I don't think that's the space that he in. Okay, he did admit that he deal with bipolar, but he don't be operating in a sense where he's erratic and stuff like
Yeah,
that. 'Cause
sometimes he ran, man.
he's ranting because he want to get his ideas. I
And
say
don't-
he don't
what
never
I'm
get the
saying is that
platform
his
to get
ideas-
out.
I'm not saying his ideas are not, logical. Like they not. It's no truth in them. It's just the way that it comes
It's not
out.
the message.
That's-
it's
you
the
already
messenger.
you always know it says you can express yourself. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. You know what I'm saying? Like the way he says
Is that
things
camera?
sometimes
How is that camera facing?
it's
It can-
it can be offensive. It can. That's why he goes back and he retracts and he apologizes. But I respect that. I
Yeah.
respect the motherfucker that's gonna go and say some shit that's disrespectful and apologize for it. What else can you do?
You're right,
Mm.
but
You know what I'm
also
saying?
I respect how transparent he is. Remember, he talked about J.P. Morgan taking his money out. He said he don't care. He said Diddy hit him up and told him to start his own bank. He said I
Right.
don't know how. Then they was like, well, Killer Mike got his own bank. He said call him up and tell me how to start a bank.
Right.
Mm.
What's the 4 things that you need to start in a community that have your community thriving?
Mm-hmm.
What's 4 things? Y'all know the 4 things that have a community
what
thriving?
is it?
You need a hospital, you need a bank, you need a grocery store, and you need fucking housing. So if he started his own bank, he get a hospital,
Right.
you get a grocery store in that joint, you have a functioning
And you need schooling
ecosystem.
too, right?
So,
Yeah, school too.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
if he do that, he can talk to Akon. Don't Akon
Akon
got
did-
running
Yeah.
water in
In
his
Senegal.
Yeah, he got Akon got an ecosystem in
Yeah.
Africa. You know what I'm saying?
In Senegal.
Yeah. So Amber K said if Dame Dash worried about him, something wrong. Something wrong with Dame Dash.
Oh
too.
yeah, St.
Yeah,
Dame Dash.
Dame Dash
Now,
got it.
and that's another motherfucker though. That Dame Dash.
I love Dame
It's
Dash.
the
Speaking
way
out.
he speaks out, but some of the shit he be
Dame
saying.
Dash, that's
Hey.
different though.
Truth.
But Dame Dash
It
can
do.
articulate himself though.
Yeah.
If you listen to Dame Dash speak out.
But Kanye
You
West
gotta pay
already.
attention to Dame Dash.
But he
Kanye
ain't
West already
bipolar.
You
admitted
gotta-
that he don't have formal media training, and he speak
And he
in rough
don't want
draft.
and that's
He don't want to.
Yeah,
he don't want
want
it.
it. And he don't want it. So don't tell me that
I don't-
you don't have it.
I mean,
You ain't
I
trying
don't-
to get
Dame
it.
Dash
I
went to
don't
college.
blame,
You
I
can
don't
have it if
blame
you want to.
Kanye West. You know what I mean, it's definitely the messenger. It's not the message. You know what I mean?
He don't
It's-
want nobody to tell him what type of nigga to be.
right.
Exactly.
So he
it's
just gonna be the
he's
the
very
black man that he
passionate
wants to
about
be.
what- I love his passion and what he's talking about.
You still have to evolve, though, Reese. That's what I'm saying. You have to
Absolutely.
You have to evolve. You have to.
What's
continue
the evolution or what's the evolvement in?
Him
Him being able
de-evolving
to
him
to,
being able
yeah.
to
to speak, to
Him being
speak
able to
the Queen's English.
he gotta
Him
keep
keep
Well,
his
I'm
stick
frustrated by the Zionists taking.
Nah,
Nah, he
I
gotta
don't
be
think
able to
that's it. It's just he got to learn how to keep his composure when he's doing interviews and learn how to get his point across a lot better. You know what I mean? You ain't got to speak in a European tone or nothing like that. You can still talk as yourself, but you got to keep in composure
Let me
as
put
you go along.
like
let me
Pop.
put it like this.
Oh,
Let-
hell
let-
nah, he's spitting on interview
No, let me put it like this.
with
Isaiah,
the red ring jersey.
look at all the interviews that he did
Correct.
and tell me which ones he performed the best in.
I think he did pretty well on the College Dropout.
I'm not albums. I'm just
Nah,
talking about
no.
interviews.
That's what I'm saying.
Mm.
That was the last time he said something relevant to me. He be
No,
saying some
if y'all think
off
back,
the wall stuff.
Shit, don't it?
if y'all
Yeah.
think back,
I don't
both
think you had one.
both Drink Champs interviews he did really well.
Okay.
I think the Hulu joint was good.
The Hulu joint was good,
Mhm.
but who was moderating that Hulu
Wait,
joint?
what was the one with
The black lady, right?
That's the one with David
Yeah.
Letterman.
So, no, he
Nah,
did good on
yeah,
the
like-
David.
Great on the one
He
with
did
David
good
Letterman
David.
Yeah,
on
I forgot
Netflix.
about
Oh
that.
my
Yeah,
god!
yeah, the one. Yeah, David
I
Letterman,
don't
he
know.
did great.
He spoke on his.
He said he did good
Big
before
boy
his mom
bipolar.
passed away. I think that was his turning
Yeah.
point. When his
Nah,
mom passed
it's-
away, I think he started going.
He
off
already
the
had
rails.
issues.
Yes, let's stop.
He had
let's stop
issues,
with
but
that
I
crutch
think-
and his mom
Yeah.
You know what
died.
I'm saying?
Okay,
Like,
that
He had
I don't know.
issues already.
that kind of. But think about all the interviews that he did great. He did great with the Big Boy. Go back and listen to the Big Boy interview. Listen to both of the Drink Tank interviews, the David Letterman interviews,
Mhm.
the interview with. I'm sorry, I don't know that lady name, but the black lady on Hulu was for ABC.
Why
Yeah.
we can't remember?
We hold on. We really
I
gonna
can't think
count
of
the
name.
Drink Champs
think
part 2.
the
when
60
he
minutes
got
one.
canceled. Like, we gonna
Nah,
count-
that
we
was
gonna
Wait, did you
That
see the
was
whole
3?
3 hours?
That was 3. First drink tab, he had split into 2 interviews.
Right.
Oh wow. Okay.
So all those interviews, and look at the ones that he failed against: TMZ,
Yeah.
Tucker Carlson,
Mhm.
Piers Morgan,
Mhm.
Andrew Cuomo. These are the ones that's exciting him to the point where they trying to handle him and telling him that you mentally. Who want to go on the interview like, man, you're not
Were
mentally
they challenging
sane
your
right
mental? Yeah, of
No,
course.
no, I agree, but you also have to know and which platform you need to speak on.
Yeah.
Like,
You
why
can't pick
gotta
and choose.
I mean, yeah, you can.
Nah,
You
because
can't, you can't pick and choose.
You,
You
yeah,
got
you can. You do.
Yeah.
You
So
do
what
know that
kind-
TMZ is not going. It's
You
not
don't
working in
have
your
to
favor.
take a
You do know
TMZ as
TMZ is
Kanye
in the
West.
Kardashian back pocket.
No, of
So you know
course.
Yeah.
TMZ is not in your
Yeah,
favor.
that's
So why
true.
would you even talk on TMZ?
That's true.
You know, Piers Morgan is not doesn't appease to the type of people that you are trying to reach. So
Mhm.
why do you go on Piers Morgan?
He went on
Some of
Piers
those
for
things,
a white
some
conservative,
of those
'cause
things,
He's still supported by white
has-
conservatives.
some of those places, Pac, he has to make better choices in where he decides to speak. You know, where he decides to speak and get his message across.
I feel like he feel like that if he
Hey, Jasmine.
does that, then he being controlled. Man.
Yeah, and he don't want to be
You know what I'm
controlled.
saying? He don't
Yeah,
wanna
he
be controlled. I
feel-
get what you're saying, B. I swear, I promise you I do. I get what you're saying. I'm just giving my opinion on how I feel like he's, you know what I'm saying, like his mindset. You know what I'm saying?
Kanye is a ratings draw.
Now, do you
Hands
think?
down.
Do you think that's he the walking definition of they should have never gave you niggas money?
No.
Oh,
Nah.
hell
No, it's a lot of people we can fucking point to versus him.
Shit.
Hammer.
Man. MC Hammer broke. He been broke for some years, so he can't.
They should have never gave you niggas
It's a
money.
reason why he said,
Pumps in the
"Uh-oh."
bump.
Look, there's
Pumps
a
in the
reason why
bump.
he said, "Uh-oh."
Pumps in the bump.
Now, I think see, I don't know, because some of the stuff he say, I think I'm like, do you really think like that? And
What-
then some
what
of the other stuff is just like
What about the when he speak on like mental slavery, like how we enslave ourselves?
he even during his albums, the shit made sense.
Right.
You
Like
know
how
what I'm
he-
saying?
Man, this dude spoke and said that, you know, like he asked how many white people were on a plantation, you know, and then how many slaves were on a plantation, you know, and he was like, why we can't just overrun their ass.
Yeah, but
you know what
okay.
I'm saying?
Okay.
Even
Please, y'all.
speaking now,
Stop, please.
I'm serious
I
though.
hate when y'all do this.
I
man.
ain't saying-
Stop, man.
listen.
Stop.
Stop what?
Because you don't know what it feel like to be a slave. Them killing your kids in front of you, raping you in front of your family, raping your wife in front of you. That's not the same, bro.
No, you see, you taking it to a whole nother. I understand that.
That's the correct level.
Yeah.
You think about
Yeah.
you think that happened? How you getting slaves in line?
Exactly.
Buck
I
breaking up?
understand that.
Yeah.
You understand why these people are broke mentally.
1,000%.
You have to understand why these people broke mentally.
So when do you get tired of it?
So guess what? Like it's
So
us five. What
do
are you
you-
trying to? What are you trying
Do
to?
you
relate?
take the chance if they know they're gonna grab Cha-Cha? Do you take the chance? You
No,
don't take
I
that
can't
chance
right
You
now.
don't take the
I know I
chance.
can't.
What the-
I know I can't.
If 100 people saying that I'm scared that
Hey.
they're gonna take my kid and chop his fucking arm off or kill
they
it in front
already
of me,
done it. They
or-
already
Yeah.
done
or
it.
violate my
already done it.
manhood in front of my
They-
wife and my children.
They've already done it. They've already
So
done
how? So do you don't think that them people are broken? Is what I'm saying. You can't tell them that he's supposed to stand up. They are broke already, and the people that hasn't been violated are afraid that they're going to be violated. That's not the same. Stop saying that shit.
I understand that 150%. I get it. I understand. But do you agree that it's something that we could have changed? You know what I'm saying? Like
No.
if it was a way, it's strength in numbers, man.
It
you know what I'm
is.
saying?
It is
It's strength in numbers.
You're
But
right.
what Veda said, which I kind of
Okay,
agree with,
Mm.
it's like us five right here.
Right.
And you out of the five, you
Mm.
probably have two militants say, "I'll give a fuck. I'll run out there and I die."
Right.
Do you think the other three would die with the
Oh,
other two?
Hell no.
Of course
Exactly.
not.
So think of if you do that in math.
But what
if
I'm
you do
saying
that
is,
in math,
what I'm saying is why?
if you thinking of math,
Why?
because I gotta convince you.
If,
to do
listen,
that.
listen, Pac. If it's 100 white men on a plantation It's 1,500 slaves. Why? That's what I'm trying to say.
Look at the odds.
Why?
If 3 out of 5 won't die for a similar cause, how you think 1,500 going
Because
to
they-
band together?
Right, but what I'm saying is, you
Why though?
already
Why
been-
is what I'm asking.
They
But
are
because
scared
you've
they
been
broken their
broken
skin. They've been
already.
broken
That
mentally.
mental enslavement.
It's this
Is
mental
that mentally,
enslavement.
right?
It is
It's
mental
mental enslavement, but you don't think like that when you're broken. You're broken already, bro. You already broken. You can't ask people. With I live outside with
Mhm.
rats. I give them slop.
Right.
My mentality is just not there. I don't have the strength to fight.
And think about it.
A lot of people, you don't have a strength to fight, but you got the strength to run.
They was running.
Yes.
every day.
It's a fight or flight.
What the
Yeah.
fuck? Fight up? Yeah, exactly.
Flight, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'd rather fight, G. Like, I'm sorry.
You saying that
There you
now,
go.
bro, because you free, man.
Harriet Tubman didn't
I
want to
ain't
fight.
free. What, you free?
You saying
Harriet
that you
Tubman
don't,
didn't
live
wanna
in,
fight.
you don't live in an outhouse. You ain't got nobody slapping on your back. Ain't nobody put their manhood inside of you to degrade you in front of
Yeah,
your family.
you can't
Come on,
even
man.
Right.
You can't. You can't. Why you keep
Because that shit is
Why
crazy.
you keep
Because,
going there, baby?
no, because they raped the black man. What are you talking about? They
God
rape
damn,
black
man.
men.
We get it. You said it. You said it. About like
They
15,
rape black men. So what I'm saying is you can't
200 times. You gonna keep it?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep saying it because y'all don't get
It's a safe space.
you don't get that that
That's when they
people
call
are
it body
broken
colonization,
already behind
right?
this. You can't say that you should just get up and just fight. That's not how this shit works.
When he
I'm not saying I'm not saying you should. I'm
bro.
saying why didn't we? That's
He's
what I'm
like-
trying to say.
Because we
He put
already
that finger in my
mentally
mouth.
broken.
I'm not even listen.
And I
I'm
can't fix
not
it
even
no more.
saying I agree with West. I'm saying that
He's like,
Sorry.
God
what
damn.
he's saying is logical. Is basically what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm saying?
See, if it's logical,
Now-
it's
now,
not practical.
go ahead.
See, it's logical,
Really
but
not.
it's not
Now,
practical.
V said
It's
you
logical, but it's
can't-
not practical.
We trying to break down.
They come down
his
to they
words.
came to Africa with weapons we never seen before.
Mhm.
Right.
So we already
No.
that's not logical, bro.
No,
it's not
no,
logical, man.
No, that's not.
It's not
it doesn't-
logical.
You
It's
said
not-
they
it's
came
not-
to
it's not
Africa with
logical.
weapons we never seen before.
Yeah,
That's don't do that. Black people in Africa have been training with these white people
Mhm.
for a long time. First, they paid them off,
okay.
and they was paying for prisoners first.
Yes, I agree.
And they
100%.
got- and-
I understand the
and
African slave
greed.
trade. I understand
Yeah,
the
it
African
was
slave
greed
trade.
in that.
But
we ain't gonna go down that road.
Yeah, I
because
understand African
it's
slave trade.
logical, but it's not practical.
It's
what
not
you're saying.
practical,
It's not
exactly.
practical. You can say that 100 times. That man, us five will go out there and
That's
we'll
all
go
I'm
fight.
saying. I ain't
We'll
saying
go out there
that.
and fight,
Yeah.
but when we have to fight,
He not saying
all
they
five of us
should've.
really gonna go out there.
Exactly. That's what
Yeah.
I'm trying to say. There you go. Pat.
It was
Yeah.
possible. It
Yeah.
was possible if they would have chosen.
V said that trying to break down his words is useless. You know, she just said the man's sick. I mean,
He don't say nothing that's complicated. V.
Mhm.
Honestly,
He really
I
don't.
He don't.
Like,
You don't. I just think
Everything
I
is so
agree with a
fucking
lot of his
simple.
points. I still agree with a lot of his
I
points.
agree.
I ain't turning my back
No,
on
I agree.
Kanye. He just don't articulate himself well.
Yeah.
That's it.
Mm.
Just don't articulate himself.
I think
He
he can. I
articulates.
think he can still say
No,
what
he
he's
don't
saying.
articulate himself well.
He articulates.
His points are great. His points are great. His messages are sometimes great.
But
His
Pat,
delivery.
what
is
I say is
all-
Terrible.
he shouldn't have to. That's what I say.
The delivery.
He shouldn't have to articulate himself.
Right.
He
Why
should
not?
be
Just
the
code
black
switching.
man that he wants to be. That's,
Yeah,
that's
no
how
more
he feels.
code switching,
You know what
and that's
I'm
what he
saying?
is.
That's it.
Yeah,
He should be the nigga that he wants to be,
He a
not
walking-
not a nigga that everybody think he should be.
He a walking
should be the nigga that he want to
and
be.
he confusing people.
And he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
And
don't
he
think
is.
he's confusing people.
He is.
I don't
And he
think- No,
is.
he
But,
not
but
confusing
you also
people.
know that being the nigga that you want to be is gonna come with some critique. And
Yes, it
people
is.
just not liking the way you do
And I
things.
say he
So
confusing people.
so with doing
because
that, you have to understand that's the space you want to be in. So
Mhm.
live in the space you in. Don't go back on your word. Don't clean up what you
That's
have
why
to
I
say.
say you
Don't
confusing people.
don't back.
Well,
Don't backtrack.
I don't think he cleaned it up.
Yes, he does.
Yes, he
he
does.
always cleans
What he
himself
cleans
up.
up?
He always
He
apologizes and cleans himself
he-
up.
That's
If you want to
okay.
live in that
What's
truth
wrong
and
with
live
that?
in
That's
the
being
nigga
a
that you
man.
are,
though. That's being a
Be
man.
him. He
How many people in this world don't do that shit? You know what I'm saying?
that's
how many,
my point.
How
Yeah,
many
but that's
people
what I'm
don't
saying.
You speaking to my point
apologize
then.
for what they?
Well,
If he
speaking
said,
to-
listen,
speaking to my point
if he
then.
says something that he should not have said, right?
Mhm.
It's that's a fucking. If that's a mistake, that's a mistake. If you go back and you apologize, you know what? I shouldn't have said that. I apologize for the way it made the families feel.
Yeah, that's awareness.
That's being human. That's awareness. That's
That's
being
awareness.
a human being.
That's not.
What's wrong
that's,
with that?
That's not him. That's not him having the facts. That's him having an opinion about what he heard.
That's all he's
That's
speaking on is
Wait,
his opinion.
If we go back there, he had the facts, but he misused those facts.
right?
Well, then that's the same thing I'm saying, Pat.
That's not the same thing.
That
he's
is.
saying.
If
He
you
says
if
his
you
opinion.
if I'm stating an opinion off of what I got,
What
off-
is the autopsy?
What did you mean was the autopsy?
What is the autopsy?
What, that he had high levels of drugs and the fentanyl in the
No,
in
what
the
is the
system?
autopsy? Is pretty much an opinion on what happened. So that's what it is.
It's not an opinion.
It is it's a medical opinion
No,
of what
it's not.
happened. Yes,
It's
is.
not an opinion.
It's a
though.
medical
It's a
expert
fact.
opinion.
It's a fact.
It's
because
not a fact.
They don't
Nothing
trace
is-
your blood. How did they find? It wasn't. It's not an opinion that he had fentanyl in his system. It's a fact that he had
It's-
fentanyl in his system.
It's a
because
medical expert opinion. They going through a whole process.
That's it.
I can't confirm
It's
or
only
deny.
for legal. It's only for
Legal
for-
thing. I can't
that's all it
confirm or
is, it's for-
deny
yep.
these drugs did it. It could have been possibly because he had this amount. However, he could have died from asphyxiation because of the
Mhm.
length of time that he was on his neck.
exactly.
So we're gonna deduce the highest probability of death, which is gonna be the knee on the neck.
Yep, and I
It's
agree
an
with that.
opinion.
Yep.
It's an opinion. No matter what you do, it's an opinion. Like it doesn't say nowhere in the book that you can't live with a knee on your neck for more than eight minutes. So that means everybody's gonna die if a knee on your neck in 8
Exactly.
minutes, right?
What?
If you don't, that's what it means. Like,
That's
if you
common
just-
sense, though. If somebody
Somebody
leans- if somebody leans-
survive.
if somebody
with a
leans
knee on
force
neck for
on a
10
person's
minutes.
neck for 8 minutes and that person is telling him he can't breathe, right? It's the fact
Mm-hmm.
he's telling him I can't breathe.
Mhm.
And not only one person on his neck, it's people on his body, on his rib cages, all on his leg, on his legs. So is he causing hysteria? He's panicking. It's a lot of things that contributed to his death, is
Oh,
what I'm
yeah.
saying.
Yeah,
So
of course.
therefore, you can't say it was fentanyl. You can say fentanyl.
highest
You can
probability
say
of death
the
was what?
fentanyl was a
Don?
major cause, but
Highest
it wasn't
probability
the
of death was
cause
what, Don?
because he was already high.
Highest,
Can't
prob-
breathe. You know,
highest
die if you
probability of
can't
death is
breathe.
what? Is what?
Suffocation.
Right, from what? Can you confirm it 100% that his knee suffocate him? If you already know for a fact, if you was a scientist, that you know that drugs, COVID, meth can constrict your breathing because it's speeding up your heart rate,
Yeah.
pumping more oxygen in your blood.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you know that, right?
Right.
Uh-huh.
You go and you're an examiner. You're going with the highest possible probability of death. Probability is what in calculus? Because you're a math genius, right?
Right.
Probability is what?
That's pretty much the truth there.
That's what I'm saying. If you go through these things, everything's going to be opinion. You get it from an expert, and we accepting it. He just said this, like, "Hey, this is my opinion." The wrong shit he said. His knee wasn't on his neck like that. Fuck you, Kanye, for that.
Yeah,
And I want to say fuck you for that.
No.
But still,
Hold on.
he has the right to debate that little aspect.
So
for hun-
before we
100%,
go there, he did say this is a comment from V. He said he made a comment saying white lives matter. Some of the things that he said is not normal. Like,
He explained the White Lives Matter thing,
did he?
and he explained the MAGA hat white.
Run
after,
that-
after
run
he
that-
took his medication.
Yeah, run that by me. Run that by me.
Well,
Run
he
the
didn't get
white
the
lies.
He-
It was a joke, right?
It was a joke.
It
He
was-
said it was like sarcasm, basically.
Yeah,
It was what did he say, Pac? There was somebody that threatened him or something, and said or something about if though you wear a White Lives Matter shirt, something gonna happen to you or something. So he like, all right, fuck it, then I'm gonna wear it anyway.
some to that
Something
effect.
like that,
yeah,
yeah.
something like. But yeah, so when Kanye do things, he challenge it, and he also want to take power from things that have dominion over other people or black people. Just like when he bought the Confederate flag thing and put it on a
Right.
jacket from years ago.
Mhm.
Everybody lambasted him. He's like, man, y'all sit here, y'all afraid of this flag or y'all hate this flag. I'm taking it back for power, and everybody, like, man, that's fucking wrong. Oh, okay. Well, Jasmine
that
said,
was just a
It
good one.
is. It is. I mean, it's kind of stupid. It's the same thing as using like the N word.
We got a big one from
yeah,
Jasmine.
we got a big one. So Jasmine said, I believe that we are angelic beings fighting humans' experience. Sources University uses us, and sometimes we do uncharacteristic things. Hence why we might try to back things up or change and modify something we have said or done. It's duality. Sometimes we say things and we are living a dual-like conscious yin and yang. So she went to a spiritual
Watch a
playing
lot of
on-
Peter Pan, do we, Jasmine? No,
But
but
yeah, I agree with that because we try to balance our good and evil. So
Yeah.
so everything has split into it. It is duality, and we try to balance this thing, and we try to live in perceptions and stuff like that. And we trying to convey our opinions in this world. And it's no absolutes and no rights. So these people are being judged and condemned by a mass of a perception, and it's not right for Kanye to be going through what he's going through.
Jasmine say he operates from a different spectrum.
He does. That's why. That's why I
agree
call
with
him
that.
neuro. That's why I call him neurodivergent.
Yeah.
He processes information and gives out information way differently using his brain.
I feel like a lot of artists do.
They
You
do.
know, like a lot of artists.
Not
do.
a lot of common sense artists. Like
She said
Well,
Jay-Z is not thinking on no.
He's not an
like
artist.
that. Oh, okay.
He's not an artist.
Hey, his album was good though.
That's what I was.
Fofo
That's what I was
fucking
thinking.
Listen, I be
He's
trying
not
to.
He's
I
not
didn't like
an
White Album, but Black Album, 444.
To me, Jay-Z just black. Well, everybody know Jay-Z always has the same,
But Jay-Z code switch too. You can take his language where he softens his voice and he's talking for me
Nah, we
all the
Jay-Z?
time. He try to play that fake black life. Well,
I mean, I think
He
Jay-Z-
don't-
I
he
don't
don't
think he
stand
do
in
that.
the
I think he come politically correct.
Yeah, he
and
come.
He's
It's
talking
through his music, man.
Yeah.
He always put his stuff
Yep,
through his
he
music.
do.
Yeah,
Always.
he
He
do.
never speak
Like his
out.
interviews have
all
always
his
been the
stuff.
same. Like even
Yeah.
his last one with Kevin
Because
Hart, it's the same
444 is
voice.
basically the same thing. It's speaking out, teaching us how to think outside the box, bro. How to
And
think
what
outside the
Kanye
box.
say? What Kanye West say?
No, I'm not disagreeing. I'm not
No,
disagreeing.
I'm just saying what Kanye West say about 444 and how they try to tell Jay-Z stop giving out secrets.
I ain't hear that.
No, I
That
ain't-
was
I
on.
ain't hear what
That
he
was on.
said.
Did y'all watch the full 3-hour episode? Of
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, he
I
said
don't-
that.
I don't remember everything, but
Yeah.
yeah.
He mentioned that.
What he
He
said?
said that the Jew. It could have been just like some. He always do certain things to kind of validate his points, but he was just saying
Try
that
to tighten the bottom.
444. The Jews told him, he giving out. They was mad at him for giving out secrets.
Oh yeah, I could believe that.
Yeah, and let's talk about that because I'm broke and I'm not famous,
Mhm.
so they can't cancel me out. And I also work in a neighborhood with a high Jewish population and
Yeah,
stuff
but
like that.
that
And I talked to them.
444, I don't think it was meant for us. I think it was meant for the people in the entertainment industry, so
It
that
was.
not to go broke.
It was
Like start investing your money
of course
the
it
right
was.
way. You know what I'm saying? Instead of sitting out here doing this card shit and all this stuff like that. That's all he was saying.
Yeah,
And they probably
Same.
didn't like that. They liked them as stimulating the economy and just giving their
Exactly.
damn money back to the, you know what I'm saying, to them and things of that nature.
same
Not
with,
being able to read and not being able to take care of their contracts and stuff, whatnot. But yeah.
same with J. Cole. Same J. Cole 1985.
Mhm.
When he dropped that last year.
But with that being said, why wouldn't that be useful for us as well? Because that just, that elevates us as a people.
It's so much money out here, and I
Mhm.
don't know why they kind of not giving us the access to it, or don't want to allow us to have this access to it.
Yeah,
And that's
To
just
what?
crazy to me.
that's
to
been
money.
since forever.
they don't,
To
they don't
money.
want us to have access to money
Yeah,
No.
because then we'll be exactly what Kanye wants
Financial
us to be.
freedom. Yeah.
that's what they said. They should realize that if,
Because we
if
wouldn't
everybody,
need that. We'll do our own
Yeah.
fucking thing. We'll be exactly what Kanye said we should be.
but
be
it's,
talking all type of shit.
but it's wild because it's only a certain segment of the population. This is the black and brown people. It's not like you got the few
Kinda,
rednecks
but
and-
they
yeah.
leave white people out to dry too. They don't.
Yeah,
they don't
I
really
said the
mess with
redneck.
poor white trash. I'm
Yeah, I
sorry.
said rednecks.
Nah.
Yeah,
You said what happened?
They don't really mess with
well,
poor
poor
white people.
Poor white trash are
You
not
too-
using
yeah.
their fucking
You too close
white
to black
privilege.
white
people.
privileges
Yeah.
like they're supposed to. Yeah,
They white card.
they want to be poor for some reason. I don't
But
know why.
what's crazy is just look at how the code is being given to other races like the Asian. Asians got the highest credit score. They earning the most in America. Then you're looking at white
That's because
ones.
they know how to hack into the
Yeah.
computers to make the credit score go.
Those the Russians. and you look at these statistics and data and labor reports, and
Mhm.
it's still like black and brown people are still marginalized. They still discriminated in these spaces
Yeah.
where we can't get home loans, we can't get loans, we can't get. We
Trina
can't,
said we'll run the world.
yeah, well, of course. It's so because if you look at it, it's too many of us.
Yeah, look at all these people now flipping real estate. Hell yeah, we starting to make it harder for you to get a loan for a home. You starting to learn.
Learn,
You starting
yeah.
to- not even just learn. You starting to apply knowledge. So
Mhm.
it's just like, oh hell no. we
Did
gotta
y'all
make it harder.
know just back in the 30s and 40s that they used that redlining to freeze out black from having wealth? That's why
Mhm.
they created suburbs. Those people that created those suburbs and those homes was going for fucking $10,000.
Right.
And then fucking 20 years or 30 years when that note was over, that home was worth fucking 70. That's crazy.
Mhm.
So you're thinking you getting a $60,000 equity, and then that home went from you passing it down to your kids. So you had it for 20 years in the 30s, you get in the 50, it's worth 70,000 to 90,000. And you thinking about all this stuff and all this equity you passing down in your house, that's nothing but generational wealth.
Yeah.
And they don't give that access to us. for a black person to even get into that space, they was getting
Yeah.
balloon loans of
And-
25%.
And that's upsetting. Like it's upsetting to to hear about black on black crime doing all this. You know what I'm saying? Instead of us all trying to come together to make sure that this shit work, or we push and become more powerful. You know what I'm saying? Or I guess I think that's what Kanye West trying to say.
Yeah, that's what he's trying to
You
do.
know what I'm saying? Like we just letting this shit we just letting them just keep every single year, every decade, you know, and going into the centuries that they keep being the more powerful. They, you know, so they're speaking exactly what they're speaking on. What them being basically more powerful than we are. You know what I'm saying?
They want to get them. He was saying the Jews got their money.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
and how they got money giving out divorces and stuff. I got to research that. So I'm not condoning that was the reason why they got their money. I think most of it was some reparation from the
Right.
Holocaust and stuff like that. But I look at it like this, like guys like Chance the Rapper.
Mhm.
You're an independent artist. You're making 95% of your money, and you got a headline that's grossing probably more than 25 million a year. Why are you not spreading this wealth to your community?
Well, he is though. I mean,
I don't know.
Chance the Rapper does. He put $1 million into a school, right?
Yeah, I was just gonna
Yeah,
say
I mean,
he,
yeah,
he
he
saved
doing
my grammar
things,
school,
you
so
know,
I can't say that.
Yeah,
bad.
he's giving back to a grammar school, but
Right.
like you got to create
No,
these workshops
no.
and these things, and talk to these things about entrepreneurship.
Mm.
Yeah.
To these
Oh,
things, these the
man.
best way because that's what stimulates the economy.
Right.
You going out there, you building business for yourself.
Yeah, but we'll never really have the hold on the real estate market. Like they can always fluctuate, when it's what I'm saying, like the market basically for real estate. So real estate is kind of hard to get into. Where's a lot of money, where a lot of black people are made money this past year was through internet. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Through like social media, through marketing, through all these things, through internet, and it's hard for them to control that, and that's what's scary. Housing, they can
they can still control that.
they can
internet
already
stuff.
jag you on loans and things of that nature, raise up, and like now, and interest rates are sky high right now. You know what I'm saying? So
Well, the interest is sky high for a number of reasons. Ukraine being one of them, but
V said he donated to CPS.
he did.
Kanye
Yeah.
donate to CPS?
Yeah.
And
he did.
Jasmine said Jay uses a lot of
Kanye
double
got a school
entendres,
out
too.
though, bro. So that's
Yeah.
like it's
Yeah, he had to.
that's
He believe
kind
in-
of the same thing.
It's his
Yeah,
school
that-
here though.
Yeah, wait a
You
minute.
don't have to.
They don't have to.
You don't
Anyway.
have to fix Chicago.
Well, I
He
think
just
that-
No, I mean, it's a version of his school here.
No, he
No.
had Donda House was donating to CPS or kind of doing something with CPS. or
That's
something.
his organization.
Yeah, but he don't mess with Ron Fest. Hate him for it. And Ron Fest. I hate Ron Fest.
Nah, you hate Ron Fest.
Yeah,
Nah, Yeah, man, I
You
don't
really
like Ron
need
Fest. No, y'all don't know the story. Me and Ron Fest got into it some years ago.
Oh my
It literally came
you
face to
went
face.
around
Over
Yeah,
what,
Ron
Kanye?
Fest. Yeah, so Kanye.
Pretty Ricky what they
Yeah,
call
yeah,
him.
bro. No, it's because one year. I hope. Oh no, my friend is not on it, so she could corroborate this shit. So what I was trying to do is when I was like really heavy in my activism, I was trying to get Self-Destruction remade. So I was reaching out to like artists and stuff like that, and local artists, like big artists and stuff like that. And I think I reached out to Ron Fest. This motherfucker tell me on Twitter. I wish I saved their damn Twitter. He said, "Why would I focus on Chicago when there's murders in Kansas City, Texas, or some shit?" I'm like, bro, what the fuck that got to do with anything? So we had a little Twitter spat, like crazy.
Wait,
Me and
where
my
you
friend.
from?
He's from Chicago.
Yeah.
Why are you talking about Kansas City?
I had no idea. And then they had no idea at the time. So we had a little Twitter spat, like a little long Twitter spat.
That's where his career went then, I guess.
He never had one.
It's not in Kansas anymore.
Yeah, it's not again. But yeah, so yeah, but to go back to what he's saying about the real estate, how they block black people out, even with these house flippers and stuff like that, it's still they getting peanuts. But how they freezing black people out is they creating these real estate REITs and these management companies that's coming out buying droves of houses. They'll come in the community and stuff like that. We witnessed this a few years ago when they bought all the houses on low, the railroad, stuff like that happening. So how can, you come in, the railroad, it has more money than you, don't have no credit, and they just buy all these stuff over cash and stuff like that, then redistribute it back to the market, and they making double fold of their money. So it's just crazy. It's just crazy.
That was for you, Amber. Says I think they back cool. Ryan Fest was in Jihaz.
He was on the whatchamacallit, the album, the not the album, but the documentary. I
Oh,
think
Kanye.
I think he was helping write some of the songs on Donda.
Oh yeah.
That was actually a good piece. I think I liked the first
Netflix one.
Yeah, I liked the first one, and
Yeah.
the second one was cool, but I ain't finished it.
That piece of shit ass documentary.
And that's the thing is like what Reese was saying with like you were saying elevation or evolution.
Mhm.
Yeah. So with his evolution, I mean, of course, you don't want nobody to stay broke forever or stay in that mindset of being broke. But I would gravitate more to how Jay-Z did it more so than what Kanye doing. You know what I'm saying? Jay stayed virtually himself. I mean, I don't know him personally, but just, from knowing what I know of, Reasonable
Through the
Doubt
media,
to 444s, it's
Mhm.
still the same Jay. The music elevated, the way he moved elevated. You know what I'm saying? He made business moves, things like that. With Ye, it was like it do just seem like he just lost his fucking mind. But then the next one, he cool again. And I'm like I say, I'm not blaming it on like his mental health or nothing like that. Me personally, he know what he's saying. I think he know what he's saying every time he say it. You know what I mean? And I think being up $1 billion, bro, you kind of got a responsibility to,
That's what
kind of handle yourself
But
in a
you-
certain
but
manner.
I feel
even
like
even if
that's
it's not
it.
for you,
I don't know.
I feel like
You
controversy
responsibility,
He-
brings
even if you don't want it,
awareness.
you got a responsibility.
so hard to get into the fashion industry
Mhm.
years ago when he was talking like, he trying to give ideas to Ralph or something, like he was bitching hard as hell to get into the fashion
Everything that
industry.
the nigga
And
said he
now
gonna do, he done.
You the fashion icon, and it's just like,
I know, but
You know
what
what
I'm
I'm
saying is, do you think Kanye can start his own brand? No backing, no nothing. Just start putting his own clothing
Yes.
line out.
He did.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. 100%. So why do you keep going back to these fucking companies that don't want you in there?
Because he wanna.
you ain't got the answers.
Right, you
I
don't
don't
got the
have the
answers
answers.
pack, bro.
I don't have the answers. No, but
100%. If Kanye drop any fucking thing, it could
Yeah.
be Fruit of the
Mhm.
Loom on the tag, and it says Kanye.
Well,
fucking brand,
maybe
we
he knows
going.
that now. Maybe that's
We
what he's
all
doing.
going. We all gonna support Ye.
You
We
know-
ain't never not supported Ye. That's what I keep saying. Everybody keep talking about Ye bashing him. They just bashing him because of the stuff that he say. But nobody never turned their back on Ye. Never turned their back on
I
Ye.
just feel
I'm
like
never
I feel
gonna
like
turn my
I
back
feel
on
like
him.
controversy
I'm never
brings
gonna take
awareness. You know what I'm saying? So, like,
But
go
that's
to your
just-
point about Jay-Z. Like Jay-Z has never been into any controversy. He's never spoken on anything. He's never, you know what I'm saying? So,
I think he stay out of them realms.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
well, you
Kind
should
of though,
I
but
think
not
when
in
you
his
as
music
powerful
though.
as-
His music's
as
always been
Jay-Z
that way.
is,
platform.
then
His
you
music
should.
has always
Yeah.
been his platform.
so no, let's track his timeline. How
444 was clearly a evolution from
drug dealer to I'm
Streets is
Actually Make
Watching and all that stuff like that. That's a clear evolution.
Yeah.
He can't keep talking
Yeah, but
about
that's just the
lost 90 bricks and you know what I'm saying. He
Yeah.
can't. He graduated
Kanye-
from that. So now
Kanye had a
now
cuz.
that he knows what's now that he can see things differently, he speaks differently, he raps differently.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So he had an evolution, but it's always been through his music. It's not
But
in
what
rants,
has
it's
he
not in him.
changed though? Like what has he have brought? What awareness has he brought to anyone?
Who Jay-Z?
Jay Z.
Shit, look at Meek
I mean,
Mill.
I'm just asking.
Look at Meek Mill. Look at 21 Savage. You know what I mean?
What
did they do?
I'm lost.
Yeah, what are you asking?
I
Like
think
what?
most of his
What
moves is
awareness? Like with everything that's going on in the world, like what has Jay Z contributed to that? As far
No,
as any-
I don't think like I'm saying as far as like 21 Savage and Meek Mill. It's like when they got Meek out of jail.
Mhm.
It's like
I
he
thought Kim
don't even.
Kardashian did that.
Oh, shit.
Uh-uh.
Kim Kardashian?
Yeah, I thought she
We're not
did
gonna talk about no Kardashian.
Witch.
Let's say 21 Savage because we know that for a fact.
Mhm.
I mean, he got him back here.
Mm.
Now
the
you
ICE
see
situation.
how he moving. It's not the exact same. It's like he elevated his form of thinking. Like he's saying like, oh yeah, I got to make these.
He makes moves
You know what
behind
I'm
the
saying?
scene
It's like,
and
I'm
not
always
necessarily.
behind the
What-
scenes.
I can
what's the
see
moves?
I can see
He
the
just
small
explained to you that he
Oh.
kept 21 Savage from being deported.
Oh, he got his.
Oh,
he
that
got
was-
his
that
green
was
card.
Jay-Z?
He got
Oh
Meek
my
Mill
God.
out of
Oh
he
Oh
got
my God, he got his green card.
no, he got Meek Mill out of jail for being wrongly incarcerated.
I thought that was Kim Kardashian.
It was not
Nah,
Kim
it was not Kim
Kardashian.
Kardashian.
it was
They
it was Jay Z.
They don't want to get like
Yeah,
Jay.
Michael
Jay-
Michael Rubin. What's the other one? What's the sexist dude?
Hey, Jay Z got a nigga out of jail.
Yeah, the
What
Ruben.
else?
Ruben.
Yeah.
Rick Rubin, not Michael Rubin. One, I think it's Michael Rubin or something like that.
Jasmine had Jasmine shout out to Jasmine. You know what I'm saying? She comes.
Thank you, Jazz.
Can we get a clap? Can we get Jazz a clap?
I don't like that clap. That's the white man's clap.
Hey,
Give
hey,
a Kanye clap.
hey. All right.
All right, go ahead. What
That's a
Jazz say?
Green Bay Packer clap.
We don't speak of them on this podcast ever.
She got a couple of them. She said, it's let's see. It's kind of one of those things today when you wake up and you feel one way and feel a different tomorrow. Society makes us that way. A lot of issues that we're facing have nothing to do with mental health, but more to do with the environment.
I feel like Jasmine
that's
trying to
fact.
elevate us with her comment.
Go on,
I think
Jasmine.
that's fact.
Damn.
She got more.
Bears
Gloria,
won
She said she got more.
2014.
Gloria
No,
said that Ryan
Wait,
Fest
halftime
started a healing group at her job for violence in Chicago. That's what Gloria said about Ryan Fest. I haven't kept up with him
I haven't kept up
At all.
That's like 10 years ago. Yeah.
V said, Jay-Z is more sound mind and very intelligent. That's what I think. I think as you gon' but even if you watch old Jay-Z, he's still the same Jay. You know what I'm saying?
I think that he hasn't evolved then.
He's
No,
never
I
been
think
like the
what Jay-
rah-rah guy. You know what I'm saying?
No, I think
he always moved in the background.
I think what Jay is now, he
Tell
want
you
to
the
he a
same
singer
nigga
for
you
it, yeah.
was
No,
in
I think Jay wanna be-
1999.
I think Jay want to be Basquiat. He's transformed into him, and he try to be that black person.
I wouldn't
I just
fight that, but you know,
wish he cut that shit off his head. But
This dude turned himself into Basquiat. That's just weird to me.
going back to Jasmine, Jasmine says subconsciously we have many different dimensions to the way we think. Hence why we can be more than one person and have several personalities. So that means she's a Gemini, and not
Shout out to
be
the Gemini.
bipolar and schizophrenic or any other medical term.
That's why I said new.
Man, when Pac-Man said that shit, that got me. That resonated right there.
Neurodivergent.
Neurodivergent.
Yes.
How many letters in that?
Don't get me to spell.
'Cause shit.
19
God.
7. I don't know.
V said, let's see. But we have diagnosed it as bipolar. Okay, yeah, we know.
He's medicated. He
For
said
sure.
he's taking when he also he don't want to be drugged. Some people don't want to be drugged and stuff like that.
and we gonna
She
let that be
said
the
she also said negative energy is she said negative environment is linked to mental health.
The witches.
Is it? I mean, we
Kardashian.
came from a
It's
pretty
gotta be.
negative environment.
Yeah, you don't think we got mental
We
issues?
ain't got mental.
I mean,
Yeah, probably.
No,
shit.
something wrong with me.
I got a personality disorder. Shit.
Yeah, we got problems.
I'm fucked up.
I don't got yay problems.
That means you don't got. 6
I wish I
billion.
had
That's
yay problems, right?
Yeah,
I wish
I wish I had.
That's
I
a
ain't gotta
billion
worry about the
problems I
lights,
can't
man.
argue with.
Jasmine said, then I question what is defined of bipolar. What is the definition of bipolar, right? I'm not a doctor, but once you tap into a certain dimension, it's kind of difficult to navigate.
Bipolar is literally
Hot and cold.
Yeah, your mood inhibitors. It's just like, man, you just being one extreme to the next.
Mhm.
So-
Pregnant.
he said pregnant.
Kanye
That's
was
fucking,
pregnant.
it's
I
pregnant.
mean, you can. I mean, extreme, yeah. But what if it's just a
Extreme swings of
extreme
mood.
moods? Yeah,
Yeah, that's bipolar. You do.
he may just
extreme-
need a Snicker.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, so
I don't think you. That's the only thing. I don't think you can calm that down. Like if you have that extreme mood, like you eat a Snicker. I was just hungry.
I think he was always like that.
Yeah, he displayed that from
Yeah.
beginning
saw
to
it in
You know what I'm
one
saying?
documentary. Yeah.
But I also think that like when you deepen your creativity, it kind of comes out. You know what I'm saying? Like if you are like
Yeah.
a creative person,
Yeah, that's
you
him,
know what I'm
man.
saying? Like it
Uh-huh.
comes out like
especially you're expressive and you're free in your space.
painters. You know what I'm saying? It's like they don't see the world that we see.
see.
They see a
Mhm.
whole different world. You know what I'm saying?
Neurodivergent.
Well, I for sure.
That's you.
For sure. You know what I'm saying?
Neurodivergent. That's what they are. It's the word of the
Okay.
week. Neurodivergent.
Neurodivergent.
We'll figure
So,
it out. what
Not
that-
Divergent, the movie. Not Divergent. The Neurodivergent.
That was a good movie.
You like
but
that shit?
this has been
Did
this has
it
been
did it make you
interesting.
cry?
You know
No.
what I'm saying?
Mhm.
What's
Cry. I'll
what's
be
your
back
final
there.
thoughts, Vader? On Yay?
Oh, and my girl made me cry too.
Stand by me. Nah, I don't care about white people dying.
You know,
Damn, take that. Retract that.
I don't
Damn,
really
I
got,
didn't mean
I
that.
don't, you know, I ain't really got nothing to really say. I spit everything I was gonna say. I ain't gave up on Ye. I still rock with Ye. I'm still always gonna rock with Ye. Just some of the things that he say pisses me off.
Yeah.
Some of the things he say pisses me off, and I have the right to feel pissed off about it.
Yeah, I agree with B. I think we all essentially saying the same thing. He does. By him being on the platform that he's on, he has to be more of aware of certain things. But a lot of shit that he says, it has some truth in it. People just don't want to hear it.
Say,
I mean, I agree. Like I say in the beginning, it's not the message, it's the messenger. He just sometimes get out of pocket. You got to pick and choose what you agree with. And Kanye West is just gonna be somebody. Kanye West is gonna be Kanye West, and you got to respect his opinion, where he coming from. Try to get an understanding of what he's trying to get across to you. But other than that, that's about it for as I go for Ye.
I got a couple things. One, I've never really cared what an entertainer says. I'm Jay-Z, Tupac to the death of me, but outside of their music, I'm not really tapped in.
Looking for them to
political stance and
to give you a world. I mean, life advice.
I was clueless as to like what happened.
Who you looking to? Who you looking for?
Or listen to? I mean, I listen
who
to.
Who do you expect to be that person?
I don't think I expect nobody to be that person. I think for me, it's like I would listen to older people. You know what I'm saying? Because they clearly been there, done that. You know what I'm saying? Me and Ye the same fucking age.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now, if he talking about business and how to grow stuff like that, cool. I'll take bits and pieces. That's why I like, Dame Dash. But as far as like some of the outlandish stuff, I can't even say it's outlandish. That's what he thinks at that time. You see what I'm saying? But me personally, once I see him going that route, all right, I'm turning the channel. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I say, music-wise, drop as many albums you want. I didn't like Jesus is King. Nothing against gospel. That just wasn't my jam. Donda I thought was cold. Music-wise, I'm going to always tap into Ye. You know what I'm saying? But as far as like information, news, things of that nature, nah, I'm not going to listen to him because that ain't my homie. You know what I'm saying? If that was my homie, then I'll probably listen to his words a little bit more. Me,
I like that.
He's an entertainer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's just like I don't know if he's entertaining or you know what I'm saying. If he's sitting right here and we having a conversation, and I've been knowing him since the Kanye days, you know what I'm saying? I'ma hear what he's saying because I've been through it with you. You see what I'm saying? I don't know you from a can of paint, bro. You know what I'm saying? And you on these platforms saying what you saying. I'm just like, oh, all right, bet when the album drop, because that's what I'm gonna buy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna buy you to be a public speaker. You're not speaking nothing that I would care to listen to. You know what I'm saying? But final thoughts.
Well,
I hope ain't none of us looking for Kanye West.
Well, I am. I'm a Kanye fan. Yes, me.
Only Pac-Man.
Only me.
He's doing
to be the movement.
That's me. Y'all gonna see me on the rant next week.
I ain't looking for that. I just some of the shit that he says, I just take heed to and I listen to and be like, oh, okay, I kind of see where you're coming from. But other than that, yeah, I agree with Don.
Yeah, I'm on the same wavelength with Don, but I'm more in tune with people when they speak because I'm objective. Because education is a source from anywhere.
Yeah,
no matter what.
Yeah.
So I am a fan of Kanye West, but I can easily separate the person from the music, the person from their personality.
Yeah.
And I don't take any offense to what he says. I'm not gonna be mad. That's anybody. I'm not gonna be mad because this person said that.
Yeah.
Like white person can jump on the TV and say nigga. I'm not gonna be mad at that shit.
Yeah.
Because you're not calling me that.
Right.
And I'm not gonna subscribe to that. But I sit down and I objectively listen. I try to dissect what he say to understand where he's coming from.
Yeah.
To not only to be, a far away ally to his particular message, but also to kind of a little bit support what he's saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. I try to do that because I'm a fan of him, but I don't take heed. This is not my law. This is not my Bible or anything like that. This is not how I'm gonna live my life. I'm not gonna live my life according to that, anything like that.
When you say take heed, I think for not just him, but like anybody, if you say something, it could be anybody, if you say something that directly speaks towards a situation that's familiar to me. You know what I'm saying? What he's saying about the Jews is not familiar to me.
Right.
But if you saying something about I had to fight for my kids, that's familiar to me.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So I'm gonna hear what you're saying on that aspect, but then you may go to a different platform or a different mindset where you have some experience in that, but I don't.
Right.
So when he goes to other places to where I'm not privy to what you've been seeing behind that curtain, I just tune out. And I think, you know what I'm saying, for the people that are in an uproar about whatever he's saying, I think either they don't have nothing else to do,
They don't.
or
They don't.
they have been privy to seeing the same things behind that curtain.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But it's not like a large contingent. We didn't even speak on this because one thing that pissed me off. I don't even get reactive to a lot of stuff. But one thing they pissed me off when they try to create this circle of empathy for something that's not disrespected to the point. Like Jamie Lee Curtis going on TV crying. Like
you need to be crying for that horrible ass fucking
She went on
Halloween
TV.
movie.
yeah, that's too.
Bruh.
Halloween was
Fucking
terrible.
terrible.
The last few
What
of
the
them.
hell did he
Yeah.
need a fucking assistant?
Wait
But
a minute.
let's end with Jasmine's comment because she put a lot.
Yeah, and I got some of this on Pac-Man thing too, but go ahead.
But yeah, she said, but what I'm saying is a lot of people is tapping into different dimensions. We have several dimensions. For example, we have the 5D. That is a very high frequency. Once you come back to the dimension, how do you navigate once you already tapped into the higher frequency? A lot of elite people are tapping into an energy that are not prepared for hints why they are coming off or crazy. I love old Kanye. I love all of Kanye, but
I think that hits it on the head. Once you stretch your
your
mind,
mind.
you can't
Yeah.
go back to that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's why I
But
say
at the same
they're all
time,
divergent.
You have to, you have to own what you say.
But what-
and if me personally, if I'm Ye and I'm saying
What
these
has he
wild
said that
things,
made y'all think
I
that
was
he
gonna
went
say,
to
Vegas,
another
Vegas
level?
first.
I don't know. I'm me
He hasn't
personally.
I
said
never
anything
said
that nobody
anything.
couldn't pick up on.
What
I
I'm
don't think
saying
so
is
either.
he may have
I don't
seen
think so
things
either.
and experienced things that we will never, meaning he looked behind that curtain. And if he saw some things behind that curtain, he can speak on them because he was there and he can experience it. So that stretched his mind.
But also,
But
I
Don,
think
but it's
he's
not
more
nothing that we
fearless.
don't already know that's behind that curtain. He just was able to go behind the curtain and visually see it
Experience,
and
yeah.
know that it's there.
Yeah.
But everybody else knows that it's there. We never been behind it, but we kind of know what goes on in Hollywood.
But he
what goes
understands
on
more-
behind that curtain.
more fuller
But he was
extent.
able. He's been privy to actually seeing it with his own two eyes. I guess if that makes him in another
I don't think
space or
that.
something, you know what I'm saying?
I don't
I
think
mean,
it's
I
that.
would say another space
I don't think
from the
it's
type
that.
of music he put out.
I
Like
don't think it's
there's
that.
no other type of beats
I don't
that
think
you've
it's
ever heard like that. You know what I'm saying?
I think he's more fearless to speak what he want to say.
Yeah.
Even we can say there's a lot of weird stuff that happened in Hollywood. There's a lot of weird shit that happened everywhere.
Everywhere.
I just
Exactly.
found out
But a lot of people don't
sex
speak
coach
on
and
it,
stuff
though.
like that. But they don't speak. But I
Yeah.
think he in a space of being fearless to speak about it because you don't. Hey, I got $1 billion. I don't have no repercussions. But what I was getting back to before is just like it's just the things that I don't like is that Jamie Lee Curtis going out here crying like he's destroying just because he's saying he don't want the Jews to control most all the music or control all the businesses. She's crying on TV saying he should get his kids took. These personal attacks. David Schwimmer's.
Jamie Lee Curtis did this?
Yes,
Just said that.
yes, she said that. David Schwimmer just the other day just saying like, man, he's a
His
big.
last name is Schwimmer.
Yeah.
His last name is
Mhm.
Schwimmer. You should already know where
Yeah.
he's going with
He
this
said
comment.
he's a bigot. He needs to be stopped. He needs to go to a mental hospital. These are the things just because he said like, hey,
He didn't say anything harsh to the Jewish community. Really,
he did not.
My personal
done-
opinion, he did.
We got the same opinion. It's like what a lot of people don't realize when he came out and the thing he said, he says, I'm gonna go DEFCON 3 on Jewish people, and they feel like, and I do have some Jewish friends on my thing, and now it's not to be offensive, and I hate getting context to stuff like this, but DEFCON 3 is defense readiness because he telling them like I'm finna go and start speaking this truth, and y'all gonna attack me, and I'm gonna be ready for y'all. That's it. But they took it in like DEFCON 3 means
Yes, he's gonna go on a full on assault.
assault.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't even mean that. And they trying to conflate it like it meant that. And it doesn't.
They know what it means, but this is how you keep a
Perceive
crazy person crazy. You have to
Mhm.
start
Yeah.
putting rhetoric out there that he's crazy.
So-
Gaslighting them. They gaslighting Kanye.
And we gonna
Okay,
end
one
on
last
that
thing.
like that.
You said that you don't get upset when you hear white people say nigga.
No, he said he don't get upset
Yeah.
if somebody gets on there and says that.
Because
Like
they're
if
not
they
saying it to him. Like if
Right.
somebody
But he didn't say it was Pastel.
He
Yeah,
turned
that's
around.
what I said.
He turned around like Dr. King.
Oh,
you
I would
said
choke.
what?
I would choke the guys out in real life
Motherfucker.
if they having like an evil intent. But we took this talking about the way they say it, where like you know how they do these skits and they have a white person saying nigga and shit like that.
Oh yeah,
would get
no.
upset
I'm
with
saying
that.
if they
But if
you-
they
you
have
seen
ill
them-
intent, yeah, I get
you
upset
seen
at
them
that.
like argument with somebody and just blurting out nigga. You
Oh, yeah.
fucking
Yeah, I
you
get
don't
mad.
upset.
I get mad,
I ain't
yeah.
saying jump in and sock the nigga, but
I'll probably jump
you don't-
inside that.
you
But
don't
yeah,
get-
I
you
get
don't
mad.
get
I get
upset.
mad at stuff like
Jump
that.
in and sock the
I
hoop.
probably misspoke.
I'm a nigga. I get to say nigga.
Don't jump in and sock the nigga like,
Yeah, I'm just
But-
saying. I ain't saying get in there
nigga,
and
you
get,
just said nigga.
get an
Like,
assault, but I'm just saying. You know
Nigga,
what I'm saying?
you said-
You don't get a little bit.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A little
Oh
bit
yeah, I
somewhere.
get it. I get it.
All right, I just
Superior.
misinterpreted. All right,
This,
that's
this,
it.
this
That's
my
it.
thing, and we're gonna leave with that. Is we talking about Kanye and his antics, but Netflix put out a whole thing on Jeffrey Dahmer, and it's okay.
Yeah.
It ain't okay.
No, this
It's
is Jeffrey
obvious.
Dahmer.
I
mean,
This Jeffrey
2
Dahmer.
minutes,
That's
2
the
minutes
real
drill, 2 minutes drill, 2 minutes drill, 2 minutes
Stay
drill.
tuned
Hold
for
on,
that 2
hold
minute
on.
drill, man, because that was wild.
Peace, peace.